Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. Double D, how's it going?
Buddy, it's going great. Halloween's over, so I'm not as chipper.
But it's the start of the best couple of months of the year.
What they
You
need to
know,
do is put Mariah Carey back on ice.
no, she's already thawed and she's out ready. I
That's
love it.
the first thing I saw when I opened up social media today was Mariah Carey now has a new TikTok or whatever out about how she's returned. I'm like, girl, please,
It's great. It's great. I love it.
girl, please go back.
Nope, I love it. Next 2 months, that's all we're getting.
Well, in outside of the next 2 months, how did your week go?
Oh, week went pretty good. Let's see. We just finished with Halloween. Just hung out with some friends as their brats went trick or treating, and we had cocktails and just good time. And yeah, like I say, just getting ready for the next 2 months, close out the year. I
Yeah,
can't believe this year is like almost over. It
I
seems like it
know.
just began, but the nightmare hopefully is almost over. We'll see. What about your week? How did you do?
Well, we did a little like because we're recording this November 1st, so we just had trick or treating yesterday, and yeah, it was cold, chilly out here in the Midwest. I had my your favorite costume, my skeleton onesie on. Also, so I also go to this one grocery store because they have this great selection of like beers and that. So I do a gaming channel where I taste beers. I also have people over every week and we taste beers too. So I go to this place because I can get like individual beers, whatever. So I go into the checkout, whatever, and I'm buying these individual beers for like different things. And the cashier asks me, "Are you going to a party right now?"
First of all, stay out of my cart. No, it's my Friday night.
Right. I'm just like, excuse me. I'm like, do I look like an alcoholic right now? I'm like,
Exactly.
no, no, I'm doing a tasting. That's how I answered. So, those people that are like, no, he's an alcoholic.
Right, right. So yeah, I mean, you got all that stuff for the tasting, which
Yeah.
was great. And it's just like me when I'm like throwing away my trash, and it's like liquor bottles. Did you have a party? No, it was just Tuesday night, Betty.
Right.
So yeah, well that's good. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Other than that, how's the weather?
Well, we're starting to convert into the fall. So, or is it fall? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yes, we
So,
we have to. Oh, that's right. Don't forget to fall back in your time. Was that we lose an hour
oh, yeah, you got to do what
Sunday?
Cher says. If I could turn back time.
Oh,
Oh.
good stuff.
But yeah, so with turning back time, what do you got for us this week?
Well, today's episode is going to be called "The Government is Closed for Business."
Girl, let me get my beer that I just bought.
Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The U.S. government is shut down, and somehow we are all acting like it's a surprise, like we didn't see this coming miles away. So think about this. Both of us have been in management before.
Hmm.
Think about it as, we forget to pay our employees. We forget to approve their timesheets, right? Well, that is what the Congress is doing with the entire country. They forgot to approve our timesheets.
Mm.
So let's get into what's really going on. October the 1st. Now we're in November 1st. October the 1st, the federal government officially shut down. And because, shocker, Congress couldn't agree on a new spending bill for the fiscal year 2026. So here's what that means: roughly 750,000 federal employees were told don't come to work, but also you don't get paid. The
Uh,
economy,
can you imagine
the
like your
economy,
own job telling you that?
right. First of all, yeah, no. The economy could lose up to 14 billion if this drags on. Even the Bureau of Labor Statistics has canceled the next inflation report, which hasn't happened in over 70 years. I don't follow that, but I mean, as I was looking all this up, and I was like, okay, well, that's a long time to not report something like that, I
Right.
guess.
Right.
And so you might be thinking, I don't work for the government, so why should I care? Well, here's why. Air traffic controllers and TSA workers are still on the job without pay.
Mm.
Now, for me, I'm concerned about that. I'm not flying until this, probably for a while, maybe until next year, because you know how that is. They have air traffic controllers that are not coming back to work. I believe I read somewhere where it was a problem with them with an airport because they weren't there.
Yeah.
So you think about that, and then obviously, no one's checking people in correctly. I'm not getting paid. You can go through with that Uzi. I don't care.
Yeah.
you know,
What's that ticking
so
in your suitcase? Whatever. Not
oh,
getting
that's a
paid.
loud clock. I don't care. Yeah, stuff like that. National parks, they're closed or half open. But do people really still go to parks? Have you been to a park lately?
I haven't, but I do know some people that enjoy the outside, and I think they're into that kind of thing. But
Okay.
you know me, I get attacked by the first bear that sees me when I step out the door. So,
Exactly. So parks and things like that. And then more importantly, small businesses waiting for federal loans or permits are stuck in limbo,
mhm.
and that's always rough because again, small businesses are what makes our country move really, and it's unfortunate that they are now stuck, maybe closing or what may be happening with them. So basically, people who keep the system running are still working, but the people who keep arguing about the system are on vacation.
Yep.
And so think about this, and I had to look all these names up. The CBO, Congressional Budget Office. Have you heard of them?
I thought that was a television station.
No, that's CBS.
Oh,
Estimates that the shutdown could cut 1 to 2% from the GDP, which is the gross domestic product growth in quarter 4. That's billions gone, all because lawmakers couldn't hit approve on the bill.
mhm.
Now, again, you think about these things and you think about, okay, well, the government's shut down. What does that have to do with me? It has a lot. It affects everything
Yep.
that we're doing. And so, even though we're shut down, money, the money itself is still got to be out there, right?
Yeah.
And each day of the closure adds millions in unpaid wages, halted contracts, delayed projects. It's like saving money, but then setting your wallet on fire. That's the only way I can think of it. It's like we got all this money saved, but let's just throw in the fire.
Mhm.
And so here's some bad advice. That's what we're really good on, right?
Right.
If you work for the government and you are currently out of work, obviously, start a GoFundMe page and call it "Buy Me Lunch Until the Democracy Returns." What do you think about
Mm.
that one? You like that one?
You need to write this down, put this out. Well, I guess you
Okay.
are putting it out there, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay. So now here's the second one. Since national parks are closed, this is going to be fun for you. Just start your own. Find a random forest, charge admission, and call it unofficial Yosemite. You like that one?
I'm just I have a couple, my brother and sister-in-law, they have some bushes in their backyard. I feel like I could do that there.
And right. And just like put a little pathway and say the fun starts here.
They have a bird feeder too, so there's wildlife. You know what? I think you're onto something.
Right. Okay. Now here's a final one. If you're in Congress, remember, it's kind of, compromise is overrated. Hold your breath until someone agrees with you. Now, unfortunately, I've tried this before and I blacked out before anyone could change their mind. So I don't think that's really going to happen.
And a lot of them are 90 plus years old, so they could just
Right.
die from that.
Falling over their own shoes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Wasn't that our boy who fell over and just tumbled?
yeah. Like when they were asked a hard question, whoop,
And
fell.
they just fall out, pass out.
Listen, I need to try that at work. I get asked a hard question, I'm just going to randomly fall.
Just that's what I do. So here's a fun twist. When the government shuts down, it also shuts down the flow of federal data. So that means no fresh unemployment numbers, no inflation reports, no housing data. So
Hmm.
basically everyone is guessing right now about what's going on. And pretty much imagine, for me, imagine running your business, your warehouse, without knowing what your inventory looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Although I believe some of my people at work do that already. That's the U.S. economy right now. We don't know what we have, and we don't know what we're doing with it. I think that's like all the time, though, even with when the government is open for
Right.
business.
Do they know what we have going on? Like,
Do we know? Some call this the longest paid argument in history. So it's like right now we're in, to 30 days of a whole month of the U.S. government being shut down.
mhm.
And I think we've been a part of it before where it's just been like a day. And it
Yeah.
hasn't gone on for this long, to my knowledge. I didn't research that, but
Right.
just looking back from the presidents that we've had before, it's usually cleared itself up 1 or 2 days in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're just like having a pretty much a standoff with everybody, and meanwhile, it's affecting, our ordinary people, just regular people who don't have those millions and billions sitting in their bank account and just can just not work or not get paid rather, while others are just hey, oh, it's okay, we can shut down the government. I'm okay for the next year,
Right.
and the rest of us are suffering. And it's also this, I don't know that this is a part of the shutdown, but I don't know if you heard that they are stopping the SNAP payments,
Yes.
where people are that are on government assistance won't be getting paid. So normally everyone gets their money the first of the month, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly, nope, not going to happen. But here's the thing: is that we as taxpayers pay into that. And so it's not like it's not there. We're paying into it. So where's the money? Why can't they give that money to the people that are, on this assistance? And so it's a lot that's affecting people, and it's scary too, because people are saying, watch yourself when you're going to the grocery store, or don't walk out with a whole bunch of groceries because you might get mugged. Can you imagine getting mugged for your groceries? All they're going to get out of mine is probably some cans of tuna
Well,
and what?
apparently from me, it'll just be beer that they're getting. So,
Right, beer and vodka.
right.
That's probably what they'll be getting. So, so what can we learn from this? Probably nothing, because again, it's over my head.
Yeah.
But maybe, just maybe, it's when politics stops working, the people who officially do the work still show up. When Congress reopens the country, remember, pay your bills, tip your barista, and maybe send a snack to your local federal employee. What I tried to do this year is put a snack inside my mailbox for my mail person, or anything. I know we have people. There's people that leave set up a little snack tray for people who deliver things.
Yeah.
I always think about that. That putting something, or saying, just being nice to those people when you're going to work or going out and everything like that, especially if they're going into work without even being paid.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. So
how do I send like drinks up to the air traffic controller booth? Like, here,
I
they
think
deserve this.
you can put it in your travel bag, and you put it in those little plastic things that you can carry on, and just slip it to them, or pass it out to the stewardess, and tell her to drop it off when she goes up.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
Mm,
yeah, hopefully, the government gets its shit together and opens back up for business.
yeah.
But until then, um, keep the faith, people.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. The sad thing about like this whole thing is like the people on these SNAP benefits are now being blamed, be like getting so much hate like on social media and that, and it's like direct your anger at the right people, not these
Right.
people that are suffering. And like a lot of people on these benefits have jobs, and you see the argument out there like, oh, these are people that don't want to work. No, a lot of these people are actually working and they can't make enough at their job, which is a whole nother conversation, that
Right.
they're eligible for these SNAP benefits. You have
Right.
elderly who are on the SNAP benefits. So the percentage of people that they're trying to make arguments about is such a minuscule percent. And it's like that should not be
Oh,
the
look at you
guiding
dropping
argument here.
big words. But no, it's the truth. You
Yeah.
think about that. And it's not just, when they're trying to say people who are lazy and don't want to work, but unfortunately, people are working and we just don't make enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy. You look at it across the state where they say, okay, this is how much you're supposed to make when you're living in this particular state.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, my God, put me on some governor assistance
Right.
as well, right?
Right.
It's crazy. It's like you're barely making it, and if you don't have that safety net or two household income or anything like that to support it, that's that's what the government is for, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to help its people, but it doesn't seem like it. Seems like they're only interested in building ballrooms and bathrooms for the White House.
Heavy emphasis on the bathroom.
Heavy.
Listen, isn't that the people's house? Once that new bathroom's built, I'm taking
I'm going
a big
take a
old
big
poo
dump.
in the people's bathroom.
Yes, there you go. Right? My word. So tell me, besides the bad advice I just gave, what other advice would you happen to have?
Listen, I think that advice was great. I took notes, so I can't wait to set up
Good.
my GoFundMe, even though I'm not a government worker. But
You can still set it up.
yeah, like someone buy me a beer. They think I'm an alcoholic. But as always, we want to remind our audience that we are not trained professionals and our advice should not be taken seriously.
Nope.
But what qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, if we survived the Castro's 2-for-1 night during the government shutdown, then we are qualified to lead you through life's challenges. Hit me with it.
I mean, right there, that's great advice. If you're, not getting your paychecks, whatever, find a bar that gives a 2-for-1 deal. Stretch that dollar, as they say.
Stretch it in those safety pants or those thongs. What do they call them? G-straps. There you go.
Safety
G-strings.
pants.
Safety pants. I don't know what they call them.
I'm dancing with my safety pants on. So today we're going to be pulling our questions from Reddit's Am I the Asshole category.
You are.
I don't get paid enough to take this abuse.
That's why we're shut down now.
Yeah. If you have a question or want some advice from us, feel free to slip it on into our DMs. Or just put it out there in social media. Your question,
Slip.
just slip it on in my safety pants. Your question may be answered on the next episode. So we're going to start off with, I actually got a government shutdown question. So,
Nice.
am I the asshole for being cheap due to the government shutdown? They go on to say, my husband and I are fairly well off and generally don't worry about money.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah. The majority of our income comes from him. Is he looking
Sugar
for
daddy.
a sugar baby? He is a federal worker and I work half time and in home with the kids the other half of the time. Half of my paycheck usually goes to extra taxes, the other half into kids' college savings. However, since the shutdown, it has been our only income. Since the shutdown, my husband still has to go to work, but obviously has not been getting paid. He will get back pay is what it says. Hopefully.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah. We have significant savings, but they're locked up in CDs and in the stock market. And to be honest, I don't want to take a loss to get that money. Because we don't have our main income and who knows when the government will reopen, I told our kids we can't sign them up for activities this winter. Fall session is ending and winter is beginning. We've cut all non-essential spending, including luxuries at the grocery store and treats like dinners out and extra excursions.
Excursions.
Sign me up for an excursion. No, don't sign me up for excursion. I don't want to leave the home.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's gonna be at the park.
Yeah, we have a family vacation planned in mid-November. Everything is paid for, but it's refundable, but are thinking of canceling it due to our financial situation and not wanting to spend the extra money that we don't have. My husband thinks I'm overreacting by wanting to cancel the vacation, and my kids obviously are very disappointed about no activities and potentially canceling the vacation. We've asked family members to not plan on getting us anything for the holidays if the shutdown continues, because we can't reciprocate. But some people have said I'm being an asshole by acting like we're poor because we have the savings and also because my husband will be getting back pay. So are they the asshole?
No, and no, she's not being extreme. I like that thought process, and that's probably why they have the good savings that they do have,
Mm-hmm.
because they were, they think ahead, they're planning that out, and no, the government hopefully will not be shut down, any longer, but it's good that they are planning ahead. But if the vacation is already paid for, you got a savings, her little money that she's bringing, they can still go on vacation and still enjoy their time. It's already paid for. He already has the time off. Go take the vacation. As far as doing, the kids extra stuff, there's definitely things that they can do that maybe are free, or, again, they don't have to cut everything out. But I like her planning because, again, you have to be prepared. And yeah,
Yep.
he'll get back pay. But again, who knows when that back pay is going to show up, or whatnot. But they have to be prepared. She's not the asshole. I don't believe so. I think that she's thinking strategically. And you know what? That's how she has a good savings. She's got to think about her kids in the long run. Who knows? This might last till the end of this year.
Ugh. But it's, and the husband's giving her a hard time and he's the one not getting paid. I'm like, bro, if you want to go on this vacation, go drive you some Uber Eats later on. Like,
That's again.
I
So,
know you're
I mean, are they
directing.
required to come to work? You're not getting paid. Why should I come?
I think
I
some
mean,
positions, like the air traffic controllers, they can actually get in big trouble if they don't show up to work, supposedly, is what I heard. I'm not an air traffic controller, obviously. So
that's
I don't know.
crazy, though. I'm like, but you're not paying me?
Right.
But at least they're hopefully giving me free lunch.
That's why a lot of them were using their sick pay in that, or their sick time, because they weren't getting paid. It's like, I would use it too. Like, screw you.
Yeah, but then you use all that up, and then you get sick as soon as something happens, and all your sick time is gone.
True. But hey, you got all that back pay coming in, so
Okay, but
that,
when? When does that check come?
true. But yeah, like if he's gonna give her such a hard time, just be like, bro, we need to sit down so you can see what I'm seeing, because obviously, your
Right,
paychecks ain't coming in. He probably doesn't even handle the money, but
right.
and like excursion for the kids, screw them kids. You know, back when I was a kid, they just gave us like a paper bag and a stick and like go have fun.
Right.
And
Come
it's
in when
like,
the sun goes down. There's
right,
a commercial. You know where your kids are? These kids don't realize how good they have it now.
right. Yeah, try being a Gen Xer when they had to put out commercials asking parents to check on their kids.
Yeah, just in general. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have all that crap.
Right.
So yeah.
And so yeah, like if the kids are complaining because they can't do winter activities, screw you, go do something, go play with the Legos or something. I don't
You
know.
can play outside in the winter.
Yeah,
Just sit out there,
this is why I
and
don't
mom
have
can
kids though,
put
because
the
I just
water
play.
hose on you.
Yeah,
Right,
in winter too with the water hose.
right.
Getting hit
There you
with
go.
icicles. Ow.
That's good.
Well, on to the next one, as they say.
On to the next one. On to the next one.
This one hits a little close to home. Am I the
Oh,
asshole for hiding my beer from the non-beer drinkers that are drinking all my beer?
do we know this person?
Yeah, right. They go on to say, I just need to know because if I am, then I'll go buy another case tomorrow. Then they say, who's this guy's a 37-year-old male. His wife, who's a 40-year-old female, has her best friend. This is a lot of ages here. Who's a 39-year-old female. I don't know why this is
Just a
all
lot of
relevant,
people.
but they're all in their
Yeah.
40s basically.
Okay.
So my wife has her best friend from high school in town staying with us for 4 days with her husband for my wife's birthday, which was yesterday. Prior to them arriving, I told my wife to ask them what they need to be comfortable: food, drinks, anything. They gave us some specific food things that they liked, and they said they don't really drink anymore, but when they do, they drink non-alcoholic beer. I mean, already red
Okay.
flag.
Right. Okay.
And then they specifically named athletic. I'm familiar with athletic. I've had it before, But me personally, if I'm drinking, I'd rather just drink regular beer. Amen.
Yeah.
I
There you go.
bought 2 different 12 packs of Athletic for them, stocked before they even arrived. First night, they're in, we all hang out, talk, catch up, and all that. They're drinking the Athletics. Then the next day comes along, it's my wife's birthday. I order catering from our favorite grocery store, and they have a great beer selection there. Oh, I wonder if they shop where I shop. So while I'm there, I decide to pick up this 15 pack of my favorite beer that I can't find anywhere else. Also, we don't come to the store much. It's 35 minutes away, and we pass at least 5 other grocery stores going to this one, so it's not common that I get to pick up this beer. We're back
You
at the
could
house,
deliver it.
right?
Regardless.
What is that called? The alcohol delivery one?
GoPro.
Go, maybe, I don't know. We're back at the house having dinner with a bunch of people, 11 in all, and everyone is having a good time. The only drinkers there are me, a friend of mine, and apparently these non-beer drinkers. I noticed that the friend's husband is drinking one of my beers.
Oh.
Okay, no big deal. I honestly would have offered it if I wasn't under the impression they didn't drink alcohol. But then before long, they are both drinking them.
Yeah.
They were also drinking wine.
Heck yeah. Beer before liquor makes you sicker.
And the more
Wine
you
before
know,
beer, man, you're in the clear. Okay, go ahead.
makes you queer. I, I thought this, before I get canceled, I thought this 15 pack I bought on Thursday afternoon was going to get me through Saturday, but now I only have 3 left, and it's because I removed them from the kitchen refrigerator and put them in the garage.
Wow, you had to hide liquor.
Yep.
That definitely sounds like something we remember. Okay.
I won't drink them the rest of the time that they're here, but I want to be able to have them at some point. I didn't even get some of every flavor. It was a variety pack, and I'm glad I tucked them away because as soon as we got back to the house tonight, they both separately asked me if there was any beer left.
Wow. Look, first of all, I mean, they're not like drinkers. So I'm okay, keep going because I think he's the asshole.
Really? I said I drank the last one and there was just the Athletic left. So help me out. Am I the asshole?
Well, okay. So let's kind of rewind. Did are they recovering alcoholics or they just said they are not drinkers?
That was my first thought was, are these recovering alcoholics?
Okay, or they were just not drinkers. And then okay, then they were probably at the party, everybody else is having a beer and they were like talk to each other, "Hey, you want to let's go ahead and try one of these. Seems like they're really cool. Let's try." And they ended up liking them. And so now what they could have told him is like, "Hey, we really enjoyed these beers and we thank you for getting the ones that we like. Let me reimburse you or let's go out, and get another pack.
Right.
It's only 30 minutes away. Let's go get to the store and get another pack for you." He's an asshole, you know, and you should have just, put the beer in a special area. And there was 11 other people there. I mean, I'm pretty sure others had it as well.
He said it was just
Everybody
him and
had
his
one,
friend that were they're only beer drinkers. Sounds like there was other alcohol there. Like I'm
but
reading
they
into this. Sounds like there's other alcohol there, and maybe the rest of the party was drinking wine or what have you.
wine. And you're trying to tell me that those four, how many came in a pack?
15 beers in a pack, and he ended up with 3 at the end of the night left over.
Ooh, they was toe up.
They were shotgunning beers.
Yeah, they were. I mean, so what? It was a party. Okay? I mean, it wasn't like that's not a big deal. Yeah, he's an asshole. That's my thought. And if you didn't want to share it, you should have just put it in the refrigerator because you said that you like to have it. So you just should have put it in your special closet refrigerator that you have
Closet refrigerator.
or in the garage. You know how you have that cooler in the garage.
Hmm.
He's an asshole.
Maybe it's getting a little too personal, but I've had beers in the fridge, whatever, and they're available to people. And we had someone stay over, and we went to work, came back, and half the beers were missing. We later learned that this person was an alcoholic, but it's like It's
I
like,
don't appreciate you putting out my business like that.
why is the rum always gone?
But yeah.
But yeah, like it's there for like other people to have, like just ask or whatever, you know. But and that's kind of the same thing here. Like if you told them that we only drink non-alcoholic, and you saw that they bought you non-alcoholic beer to drink, and then you see that they have their own little thing going on, like ask like, hey, do you mind if I try that? Ooh, that was good, girl. Can I have another? Kind of thing. But no, they're just like, oh, beer's in the fridge. That's for me. Click, click, and start drinking
Okay.
it.
But
And
yeah, like again, it's conversation, it's a party.
yeah,
But as the couple, I would have definitely acknowledged that they drank more and drank his special beer
yeah,
and offered to reimburse him and offered to go get him some more. They could have done that. And then for him, dude, it's 30 minutes away. It's not like you know,
right.
it's 3 hours away. And then secondly, you can't order it online. Jeez,
You
get
know,
over
some
it,
of us
dude.
live in what's
Rural
it,
areas.
grocery deserts, whatever, beer deserts. That well, what am I trying to say here? So the other thing is at the next day or whatever, when they're like, hey, any more of that beer around? Bitch, go to the store and go get you some beer. Like, you want me to drive you up there?
Exactly.
I'll drive you up there. Obviously,
And
like,
that's what he could have said. He was like, "No, hey, you want to make another beer run? Let's go get some.
yeah, you
You guys are
buying?
here another. Yeah, I'll fly you by, and you guys are here another 2 days. We can make this a real party."
Right? I thought y'all were a bunch of recovering alcoholics. I didn't know you were into drinking. Let's do this.
That's that part, right? Exactly.
Next thing you know, it's another Reddit thread where we accidentally had a swingers party, and now my wife is upset.
Oh my God, no. I
Well, on that note, that's all that I had for this week.
think that's enough. Thank you very much.
Yes. And speaking of thank you everyone for liking, listening, sharing, talking about it, spreading the word, put up flyers, posters, going door to door, door to door. We appreciate it.
Don't. No one's coming door to door, people. No solicitor signs are up.
Yeah. But on that note, anything else you want to take us out on today, Franklin?
No, just hang in there, people, and remember, it's Mariah Carey season. Enjoy it.
Put her back on ice, please. On that note, bye.
Bye.